everybody, welcome to Game 3 from our best of 3 in the IntoStarCraft Team League round of 8 matches between our Red Terran Francis in the top right side on Shakira's plateau, horizontally oriented to him on the left-hand side is going to be TAScarecrow, able to take down that Game 2, bring the series back to 1-1 with that sexy no gas after charge Zealot, sort of two-base Zealot stuff. Yeah, so that's going to force a Game 3 out of this. Shakira's Plateau, pretty easy to get those fast expansions that we have seen out of Francis. He's going to be going for the same build order every single time, actually. Concussive Shell, Marauder, get your command center out sort of ish, and fit your bio units around that. We saw a 1 gate expand out of Scarecrow in the past 2 games, I believe. But we've seen very, very different tech paths chosen after those expansions, and especially with the orientation of those expansions. So Scarecrow already going to be putting down his pylon right here by the ramp. He's going to be able to see any SCVs coming in or out. And really, this pylon feels quite vulnerable to me to early scans, early bio pressure. But we're going to have to see if that's going to be able to come into play. Even siege tanks could get that from the low ground, I think. But yeah, either way, Francis is just going to be opening very, very standy, I think. And yeah, Chrono Boost being spent as well. So this is a pretty good map for proxy pylons. I'm just going to say it. We may see a 4 gate. I haven't watched this game yet, but it's quite popular to do on this map. Francis is actually going to be scouting out to this lower position at the time for the time being, just because you can hide pylons here, you can hide them on the low ground-ish, you can hide them opposite, you can hide them right here and warp up on the high ground when you get some vision. You can hide pylons everywhere on this map, but looks like that the Nexus has gone down after that. Oh, holy shit, what a baller. Nexus first, baby, that's how we roll. And so he's definitely going to be trying to get up his gateway very soon. There we do see it on the low ground, actually. And this kind of makes sense just because he's not going to have warp gate for a while. He wants the units as close to his Nexus as possible, but it feels quite vulnerable for just it being so forward. And now Francis is going to see that fast expansion. So we're going to see one or two things. Is he going to respond with the command center, or is he just going to pop down like 2 more axes and go for a huge push? Tech light actually being put down right now. First Marine also on the way, and he can actually deny some scouting right now if he scoots and shoots. No, he's not going to do that. So yeah, as soon as you see this tech lab, I'd expect to just see the Marauder coming out. Expect to see the Concussive Shell shortly thereafter. A couple more gateways being put down for Scarecrow. No, yeah. And also that first gas. So yeah, that's what we're going to see. We're going to see the Marauder, we're going to see the Concussive Shell. And so it looks like that Francis is just going to apply a little bit of pressure with this first SCV and the first Marine. No Zealots coming out right now. They would do see the first Zealot, and he desperately needs to get his core down as fast as he can. Cybercore actually already on the way because I am just not very aware of things. And really, if Francis gets a bunker down, this could be pretty damn bad just because it's only Zealots at the moment. First Zealot actually be Chrono Boosted. Oh, saving the SCV. Pretty clutch right there. If Francis was actually going to do any bunker pressure, this SCV would be just so vital to this. Marauder going to be joining up right now. Concussive Shell is completed, so he should be able to take care of this first Zealot, no problems, especially with that Marauder currently in tow. Probes need to be made right now. First Stalker also being Chrono Boosted out, but keep in mind that it's now 2 Zealots, which are just that little bit extra to manage. But the Stalker will be able to reinforce. The Zealot's just there to delay in time for the Stalker. Needs to pull back once again, and it looks like he will. Command Center going to be following this up, so Francis is not going to try any sort of heavy 1 base pressure. Looks like he may retreat as soon as he sees this Stalker, really. And let's take a look at the units count. It's currently 22 probes compared to the 21 SCVs and the Mule. So fairly even, fairly even. This Marine actually might go down. Yes, it will. Marauder needs to get out of there right now. Oh. I feel that the Stalker could have actually chased it down. But, oh, come on, Black Man. You can do it. Come on. Lug your fat ass. Oh, it looks like he might actually just fight for a little bit and pull back. So slow down the Stalker, run away. Slow down the Stalker, run away. Marine joining up right now, but this Marauder's on such low health. I feel that Scarecrow could actually do a lot of damage. The Zealots just need to focus on this Marauder as well as the Stalker. The Stalker does go down, but the Marine also goes down as well. And careful, dance carefully. This Zealot's a lost cause. but this one could do a lot of damage right here. Second Stalker actually following it up, and nice rally right there from Scarecrow, able to have the foresight to do that, just in case. Right now he needs to move the Stalker up into the main. No, I'd call it quits right here. Yes, I would. Run, run, Zealot, run, Zealot. Don't let the black man get you. Oh no, oh no, but luckily he will save his Stalker friend. Gate, yeah, warp gate's on the way. And robotics also on the way, so 3 gate robos, second gas, third gas being put down as well. And so this orbital command has completed. Double mules from here on out, bitches, as well as a bunker being placed down as well, just for that extra security purposes. But both players playing a little bit in the dark. I mean, Scarecrow did delay the expansion with that early pressure right there, just a little bit. But at the same time, looks like he's going to be getting supply capped as well pretty heavily at 44, actually forcing out 3 pylons. And neither player actually taking these Zelnaga watchtowers. I guess they assume the other player has it. As Protoss, I guess you have observers, and Terran has scans, even though Terran doesn't really use scans as much as they could or should. But either way, it looks like we're just going to be sticking to Gateway. Maybe see... Oh, Twilight Council actually going to be put down. Yes. So maybe seeing something quite similar to last game with Charge. But this time, maybe even with the Colossi to back him up. Perhaps this first Observer is just to be safe, and then he's going to transition to his ultra awesome Zealot-only mix. But either way, we're going to have to wait and see. Looks like we're just going to be having straight-up bio from Francis once again. This factory just finishing right now. I would expect to see a starport being put down right after it. And yeah, so we're finally going to be seeing actually more gases saturated, so we're not going to be seeing that Zealot shenanigans out once again. Looks like Immortal's actually going to be the unit of choice against the Marauders. Very, very, very nice. You get the Gateway units to try and distract for these Immortals while they focus fire down the Marauders, and Stalkers versus those Marines, especially with Zealots helping out, are just so good. Charge on the way, another Gateway just finishing out right now. This SCV finally able to take the tower. And we once again see that missile turret on time for Francis, just going to stop any DT shenanigans. Nice, just always good to be safe. Upgrades actually queued up right there. And so this observer does see all the production facilities that Francis currently has. He sees the 3 racks, excuse me, 2 with reactor. He sees more racks actually, so he's going to be sitting on 5 racks, 1 starport. It's going to swap out with this reactor. Probably get some medevacs or Vikings, depending on what he scans, but he really wants the medevacs. When he scans this, he needs to see the Colossi. And if he doesn't see the Colossi and just sees the Robo, I don't know what he's going to do, because he might just be missing the Bay. He may have just missed the Colossi popping out. So he may even get a fusion between the medevacs and the Vikings. But actually scanning the army is probably a better job. He does see 2 Immortals right now, so he can guess that no Colossi are on the way, at least not quite yet. So he feels pretty safe to get medevacs first out. Second starport going down right now, as well as some more extra barracks. I'm not sure if he can actually afford all of this off one base, but we're going to have to see more upgrades going down. For Scarecrow, he's just going to be getting his armor upgrade, and that will be the only upgrade he's going to get. 1-1 actually on the way for the Terran Bio. And looks like that Scarecrow is looking to push. He's looking to do some damage right now. Let's go to Units tab and just wait as Francis gets ready for this. His SCV at the center did go down, so he should be pulling a few SCVs to repair these bunkers. Yes, he is going to be doing that and getting a nice little concave at the top of his own ramp. The bunkers are ready. Stalker's actually leading the fight, losing it first. Stalker right there. You don't want to do that. You need the Zealots in front. Guardian Shield at the ready. And here we go. A lot of free shots going on for Francis right there. Not sure if he had high ground vision. It looks like that Scarecrow did have that observer at the front already. Finally, Zealot's able to get into the fray, charging up this ramp into the bunker. Definitely not a good move right there. Scarecrow desperately trying to save some. He did have high ground vision with his observer, but I really did not like that push. He scouted what was there with the observer. Of course, the missile turret kind of denying some vision. But yeah, just did not feel like he could have pushed this at all. And now we're going to see some Hellions, maybe? Don't really know what this factory is for. He may swap it out with the barracks. But really, Francis could just expand behind this now, because he's feeling really comfortable. However, he is extremely high on the gas. So, yeah. Yeah, he may just focus on this upgrade. So now it looks like that Scarecrow is going to be getting his 3rd Nexus down, actually. Curious expansion timing. It feels like he needs to take a gamble after losing that first battle. And Twilight Templar Archives actually being thrown down as well, so High Templar on the way. And Archon's just so good in regions and patches, and now we do see that SCV does scout that third Nexus going down. Pylons actually being placed all around the map just to watch out for any drops. And so expect to see Storm on the way as well. Zealot's actually up here. Not sure if I missed a drop. I'm so sorry. And here we do see the first or second drop. Maybe he's just preemptively waiting with those Zealots. In that case, fuck you, because I'm not sorry. Two medevacs, 4 Marauders, 8 Marines. Blink up actually needs to snap off these medevacs first. And they will load up, losing 1 medevac, and that's why you need to target the medevac first. Of course, Blink going down right there, and so Francis will actually lose all those Marauders, and nay 1. And at the same time, looks like we're going to have a smaller drop down to this third. So Francis is trying to be cute, but it feels like that Scarecrow is kind of clawing his way back into this game now, after losing a lot of that army right there. But you can see the food differential still in favor of Francis. And Francis is actually able to deny that third just straight up. He could have let that Nexus tank while the army gets over there. I mean, Blinkstalkers are pretty damn fast. I'm not sure why he cancelled that so fast. Maybe he just gave it up, man. But either way, he should be putting out that Nexus as soon as possible. May even consider taking this one. Of course, it is quite vulnerable to tanks. But we haven't seen that out of Francis in the first 2 games, so no reason to start thinking that he's going to be doing it now. And scan does go down. That will reveal the High Templar, actually. And so he's going to be using this for Storm, he's going to be using this for feedback, and maybe even Archons after the energy has all gone. Immortal's still being pumped out as well, and actually moving his army back up to the top. Not really sure why. Francis at the ready with these 2 medevacs, kind of full. But now Scarecrow is going to be taking this center expansion instead of this a little bit more far away one. So this will be quite vulnerable to a lot of the bio pressure just from the straight up army. I mean, Francis doesn't have to do anything cute. He can just bomb rush this expansion and get off a nice concave right here if the Protoss army doesn't engage through this choke. But it looks like that Scarecrow is going to try and get to this position. Really, you don't want to be engaging an army through these chokes because the concaves around them are just so deadly. But it looks like that Francis just spending a stim right there. He's just healing up at the moment. Storms are charged. He's currently got 5 Psionic Storms all ready to go. And with the Zealots charging there, it will be quite easy to get them off, I think. And finally, we do see a stim from Francis. Looks like he's just trying to retreat right there. See what he can get. Now this choke, he's feeling pretty strong, but the Storm on those Marines able to take down a lot of those Marines, do a lot of damage to the Zealots as well. And really, he needs some force fields, but yeah, attacking up this ramp is definitely not a good idea for the time being. Zealots actually charging their way to the front. Storm's going down, but really not doing too much damage. More Storms actually going down on the bio. Nice Storms actually take down a lot of those units. A lot of these units from Scarecrow actually not firing. He needs to manually click them, but it looks like that Francis is able to get the better positioning for the time being and will be able to clean up the rest of this Protoss force. At the same time, he's dropping in the main, taking down a lot of those workers as well over the units tab. 42 workers compared to the 64 SCVs from Francis. Marauders actually could snipe down that building, yes it will, and they could actually go to work on the Nexus. Actually only just now stimming up, they were not being macro-managed beforehand. But this second base also up for Scarecrow, but this drop looks like it will be evacuated, not losing anything right there because there are no Stalkers on the field. And so I'm not really sure why Scarecrow really loves those charge lots so much. He desperately does need some Stalkers. He's got the gas for it. He needs the Stalkers to take down the medevacs. And Zealots are really nice, but they're not going to cut it. Here, finally a feedback going down, but really that's kind of a chance. It's not a sure kill with the Stalkers as it would be. Archon finally being morphed in after those 2 High Templar have spent their first feedbacks. Another Bioforce moving in, just straight up, going to be taking down this third once again, while that drop from beforehand, just getting so much value out of this, delaying a lot of mining from the main and killing a lot of these Zealots. And so this third will go down, and it looks like that Scarecrow's just going to be strangled to death, really. And now Scarecrow just saying, I don't know what to do. It's all your composition, dude. I feel that with these drops, you need to kill the medevacs first. You did really well to take down this drop very quickly. After that, it felt like you were too Zealot heavy. Charging up this ramp that like both times did not feel good. Yeah, so that's just what I thought about this game. Better luck to you in the future, but looks like that Francis, our Red Terran, is going to be advancing to the round of 4 in our IntoStarCraft Team League, so good on you. Thanks for watching, see you in the next game, bye.